What's up, people? Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. All right, man. We got some news coming up out of Chicago, man. All right, they got they're releasing evidence. They got King Von for the death of Gakirah K.I. Barnes, known as Lil Snoop. Now, let me break this down like this. Now, they saying they got him for the death of Shorty. Now, the word had already been out on the streets, man, that Von had killed the kid, man. Everybody on the streets had already been saying Von had did this. Everybody had already pretty much attached that body as his already. That's why a bunch of cats had already been knocking each other head back behind that already. And if you go back and if you go back to their Twitter beefs, they was beefing amongst each other. You know what I mean? And you could see it. That they pretty much were telling on themselves the entire time. You know what I mean? And these was kids. And they pretty much laid all the evidence out there on the Twitter account. They would tell him what they were gonna do. They would tell him when they was gonna do it. They told how many hits they had already did. And K.I. and Von had like a strange relationship. I believe if they wasn't on opposite sides, they probably at one time would have hooked up or something. Because they used to like flirt with each other. They had like a strange relationship. I think they used to like each other. They used to flirt and everything with each other. But you know what I mean? Once she did a particular hit, that's when Von was. It went too far. That's when he had to draw the line with her. And it had went too far. You know what I mean? That's when it went too far. That's when he went on his devil. You know, that's when he was on devil time with her. You know, that's the shit they call it. You know what I mean? So, excuse me. And all the streets already knew, man. The streets had already knew that she was one of his victims. Everybody from O Block all the way to Tookerville. You know what I mean? They already fucking knew, man. And the police had all the same information. They didn't have this information for 7-8 years. You know what I mean? It's nothing new. They let this man become a household name. They let this man become a straight up superstar around the fucking world. So what good is this bringing now outside of this bringing closure to her family? Yes. But now you just given a stamp to start another fucking war. You pretty much now that you releasing the name, you releasing Von's name as the killer. Now you've given a stamp of approval to start another fucking war. That's basically what Chicago police have just given. After you already had given a pass for these kids to just continue killing each other, because the word was already out on the streets that Von had did this before. So think about how many bodies had already been hit up behind this shit already. Because it was an ongoing feud and beef between these two sides for years. Think about how many people have died behind this and how many people got hit up that didn't die. And now you just released this man as the killer. So you just giving an open pass to go slide on these brothers again. So now you just giving us a word of approval to go knock these motherfuckers' head back again. The Chicago Police Department, man, they're the crooked. It's called Cook County, but it's called Crook County because they don't give a damn, man. They just show you that they would sit back and watch these kids just take each other out. Because if you go back and look at these kids' Twitter beef, man, they were telling each other what they were gonna do. They were telling each other what streets they were gonna be on, how they killed them, everything, how they wanted to dig them back up, what they had done to them the entire time. It's insane. It's crazy, man. And it's like, man, it's sad to see the wave and the mentality that these kids have now, that they don't even see that they're being played like checker pieces on the board, while the government sit back playing chess. They're using them as pawns, and they think they're being smart because they're expendable. You understand what I'm saying? They're using it. They're letting them make a few dollars. They're letting them come up off this drill music, making a few bucks off of them for the bodies. They're using their life, make a few bucks off their fucking lives, and that's all it is. Let a few of them come up to wipe out a fucking generation of fucking black men. That's basically what the government is doing. I've sat back and watched a generation of neighborhoods get completely be wiped out behind this damn drill music, and it's fucking crazy. And they talk about we on demon time. That shit is sick. It's sick. You know what I mean? And they praise it and they proud of it, but it's beyond crazy and sad. I had one cousin get killed behind that shit because he's wrapped up in that, right up in that old block. I've had 2 cousins go to prison behind it because they're tied up behind the Tuckerville shit. You know what I mean? So it's sad the amount of black men that's getting lost in the crossfire in this whole shit. But I believe the feds are about to completely lock old block down. That's coming. If nobody saw it, they just raided Dirk's house up in Atlanta about a body that happened outside of his home or some shit, and somebody ran back up in his house. So I believe it's all about they about to link all of that stuff together. That's why Dirk's trying to detach himself from old block now, because Big Dirk is home now. You know what I mean? And he's trying to school his son now, but you know what I mean? Hopefully it's not too late. But you know what I mean? It's like, man, it's sad to see, man, how many of these brothers just man, losing their life and about to lose their life to the penitentiary as well. You know what I mean? Because it's sad to see, man, but they got blinders on between the music, the frequencies the music giving them, and these damn pills that they popping, and this lean that they drinking. They delusional, thinking that they're gonna get away with this shit. They're totally lost, man. So it's like it's a sad case of the kids' mindset that they living in, man. And it's like, man, in Chicago, it's like, and the way the gun laws are set up, they not scared to ride around strapped. You know what I mean? Because they coming home if they get caught with them straps. You know what I mean? You get caught with a strap, you get the bail. You get the bail. You coming home. You know what I mean? So they're not afraid to ride around. They rather get caught with it than without it. So it's like now, and the police had that paperwork all that time on Vaughn, and now they choose to release it now. What was the point of that? That's my way of thinking. Like, why do you choose to release that now? What good is going to come out of that right now? Especially with the heightened sense of all the violence that's going on right now in the city of Chicago. You choose to release that information to the public right now. The Mayor Lightfoot, you think that was something smart to do at this moment? I just, that had to be strategic. You know what I mean? That's just, That just shows they don't give a fuck about our community. But our people in our community is not smart enough to see how they're playing us like fools. You know what I mean? So man, that's the breaking news that's coming out of Chicago right now, man. So hopefully, man, something good comes out of this some kind of way, which I doubt. But man, I'll keep everybody posted, man. Anything I get, you know, that's coming through my hands, man. I definitely keep y'all in the loop, man. So man, hope everybody stays safe out here, man. Yeah, Chicago's finest, man. Be back at you real soon, man. Holla back.